What's up, guys and gals? Welcome back to the Nerdcastle for the next episode of Pillars of Eternity. My name is Splattercat, and I'm happy to have you here today as we hang out for a little bit and apparently loot beer, cheese, and some wheat out of a crate, because that is why we got into it adventuring. If you don't get at least one head of wheat in every single adventure, I think you should strongly consider talking to your adventuring agent. Let's see what's going on. Oh, we got what looks like, wow, that's a yoked out initiate right there. What is he initiate of? Not bodybuilding. I'm pretty sure he's a master of that. He's been lifting recently. That much is apparent. He's like, well, I'm a cultist initiate by day. That's how I earn my living. And then at night, I train a lot for the Mr. Universe competition. You know, I'm trying to represent out here for Deerwood, but nobody, I don't know, nobody really seems interested in weightlifting around here. I think I'm surrounded by ignorami. What do we got over here? I'm like, well, it's better than ignorabbi. It could be even worse. I mean, you know, I don't know why ignorabbi would be worse than ignorami, but, you know. I figured they'd be more lectury, to be honest. I don't think I've ever met a rabbi, though. I don't think I ever had. I figured it'd be more lecture-y, though. It seems to be one of those things that, like, religious leaders always got, like, a lecture ready to go about everything. And you'd be like, okay, thank you. Thank you for this unsolicited advice that I didn't ask for. I appreciate. Oh, good, you put your hand on my shoulder. Fantastic. Oh, yep, services are on Sunday at 10 o'clock. Cool. All right, I sense no ulterior motive. Gotcha. Yep. Fantastic. I will talk to you later. That's a lovely goatee you have right there to go with those thick frame glasses. It was very nice to meet you. Thank you. Do you sing on a ska band? You do. See? 5 Iron Frenzy. I pegged it. 5 Iron Frenzy fan. All right, so let's go back upstairs. We'll get up out of here. See if maybe we can accomplish something in this episode, since last episode was basically me just finishing off the dungeon over there. You know what I'd like to do today? I think we should do the Eternity Dungeon. Do you want to do the Eternity Dungeon, or do you just want to go do other stuff? I know that I asked this to the screen, but I figure people can interject their opinion because I record these in batches of like 3 or 4. And so if people say they want to see certain things, it does change the trajectory of the series and also the speed at which I will do certain events. If people are just like, nah, do the main storyline, then I can do that. If people want to do the Eternity Dungeon, I'm down for that as well. I don't really mind either way. Wow, we got our HP took a serious beating right there. It's unfortunate. That means that I should probably bring up my game a little bit. It means I'm probably suffering way too many hits, but what are you going to do? I could be a pop star. I got all the hits, huh? That's the joke that we could do right there? It's the only one that I got, unfortunately. I mean, all the hits, I could be a website. Be like Google, I got all the hits. I don't know. You do what you got to do. I figure, are all these doors accessible? Is it worth it to sneak around town as well and look for, like, secret stuff out here? I don't know if that's a thing that's actually, like, worth taking the time to do, or if it's something that's just going to, like, backfire on me and be a waste of time. So, not knowing really which way that I want the whole thing to go, I figure we'll probably go back. Let's rest at the tavern. Once we rest at the tavern to get our max HP back, they said they wanted us to go to the sanitarium and look for the ghost's wife, so I figure we'll go and we'll get the grimoire from the sanitarium so that we can give it to the necromancer, and the necromancer will tell us where Rowena is, because obviously we've spent a lot of time looking for Rowena. Yep, there's a joke in there somewhere, but what are you going to do right now? Let's go ahead and rest out for the evening, and then we'll see what we can do here.
Hello.
I figure I'll take the one that gives mechanics bonus because there have been a lot of traps lately, and so I'm just trying to keep my leg from getting pinned by nasty toothed structures. Either way, though, we got ourselves all nice and rested up there. Let's head back out, and let's see if we can find this sanitarium. I don't know what sector or which quadrant of the city that it's in, which section of the city it's in, but I figure we should probably hunt that down because it is one of our only active side quests, so being the side questor that I am, I figure we look around a bit. Sorry about that. I've got a bad USB port, and it caused... basically what I do is I record to a USB 3.0. A call for interested patrons. Please move along. I have a long list to get through. You were just calling for interested patrons. Well, I'm an interested patron. There's Broken Branch. That's your name? That seems to be more of like a set piece than really a name. Broken Branch, huh? That's Linkle, Greatstorm, and Hildy. Okay, I don't think anything's going on in here. I bet we're going to pay for that guy that we rescued in the last episode. We rescued, like, this halfling guy in the last episode from being killed by a bunch of knights, and I bet we're going to pay for it pretty soon. Let's go into people's houses and rob their stuff, because obviously that's what all good aligned heroes do. I am trying to make this a good playthrough. It doesn't really matter to... Oh, yeah, look, there's a bunch of addicts in here. Can I loot out of there? Oh, I can. What is this? A Svef'n. Okay, well, let's take the Svef'n for right now for scientific analysis. And then I think we were looking for what's-her-name's husband, too. Hey, there's Pernisk. These guys are going to jump me when I go in here. I know it. I know it. I am so sure that I'm going to get jumped when I go in here. All these guys look really, really unfriendly. You know what? Quick save. Just in case. You never know. This might backfire on me, and I'd rather be safe than sorry.
Yes?
I want my wizard. Okay, so let's put the wizard in the corner real fast. And let us surround the wizard with people to protect him.
All right, then.
Let's see, who is that?
Sure.
Yeah, that's Bag of Bones. I need, like, armored people to be in front of this. And then we'll put Durance right there. We'll put you into the back right there. Okay, good. So now we're nice and configured.
Hail and well met.
The man before you flashes you a toothy and rather unpleasant grin. Well now, a new face. Welcome, friend. Name's Pernisk, and this, he gestured to the room around you, is my humble abode and place of business. I do hope you're here to do some business, he glances at the nearby guard. Kenra asked me to give you this. Pernisk takes the ring and turns it around in his fingers. Nice. What's this for? Remain silent. Pernisk shrugs. Well, whatever this is about, it's a fine ring. Looks like it should sell for a pretty pan. Thanks, friend. Now, is that all? I don't want to be... We should probably be rational about this whole thing. Seems a difficult thing to forget, giving your grandmother's ring to someone. Maybe she's just not worth remembering, huh? Pernisk snorts. While you're playing lapdog for her and all, why don't you go back and tell her to keep clear here? She seemed to care for you. Why are you doing this? Plenty of stars in the sky. Tell her to go set up in the salty mass if she's feeling lonely. Pernisk shrugs. Me and her are done. Okay, well, that's that. As much as I'd like to tune this guy up, unfortunately, it's against my alignment. And so because you've got to, as a cleric, you have to play by your alignment unless you take a special talent to free yourself of it. And so I can't be passionate. It's actually the opposite of what I'm supposed to be right now. Probably doesn't make me the most interesting individual. Probably a terrible public speaker as well. But I like to picture my character as sort of like a Ron Swanson type of guy. Just like, keeps his opinions to himself, stays quiet. I like that. I can deal with it. We'll go talk to her. That should be the end of it. I thought that there was going to be a brawl or something was going to go wrong right there. But I guess, hey, we walked out of that one without any violence taking place. Problem solved. Let's go talk to Kenra. Kenra looks up at you as you approach. What happened with Pernisk? Did you give him the ring? Wait, I did give him the ring. He has the ring, right? What? Didn't we just give it to him? Oh, man, don't tell me this quest is bugged. I just spent like 9 minutes doing a quest and it's going to be bugged. I know it. I know it. Every single time. Every time. This is the story of my early access life. This isn't even early access. This is release. So they don't even have that excuse. I hope it's not bugged. I'm not going to say it's bugged for right now because it's a dick thing to do until I know that it's bugged. But, I'm pretty sure we just gave him the ring. I thought that first option that we picked said give ring. Go back in here. Maybe I have to kill him in order for this to work properly. Hey, friend. You know what you want? Let's talk about Kenra again. Pernisk rolls his eyes. You really don't know when to drop the subject, do you? Fine. What about her? Well, what is Svef'n? You serious? Pernisk eyes you with suspicion, then disbelief. Svef's worth every pan, my friend. It's incredible. Lets you see your own soul. And you're looking at Defiance base first and foremost, Svef'n Merchant. You have a look at your stock. That's actually fairly expensive. That's got a price tag attached to it. Faux surely. Do you take other stuff? Because as of right now, also, do you validate parking? I just need that to be done right now, so I figured I would ask while I was here. You don't? Yeah, I figured drug dealers don't normally do that. Got the fine rod right there. We'll go in right... What is this? A Wodica hood? That one's kind of badass. It's got a mask on it. I kind of want it. Anyways, I might put it on somebody. We got a Morning Star right there. Just get rid of some of this random stuff that we're carrying around that I'm never going to upgrade or use. And so there it is. We'll get rid of some of these random objects. Okay. You go away. And then 700 copper. Well, I went in and I took all his money. Maybe it wants me to fight him and beat him up. I don't know what the plan is here. You can turn right back around. The lower floor is all yours, but nobody goes upstairs. Why not? Because you'll be breathing through new holes in your neck if you head up there. That's why. Just mind your own business. Once you're on the Svef'n, you're not going to much care where you are anyways. Get out of my way or I'll break your sword in half and feed it to you at both ends. The guard blinks and takes a step back. As you like. Gods, man. Just trying to warn you off. What's upstairs? Let's find out. Zombies. I don't know what it's. Zombies. Vampires. Angry ex-girlfriends. Something up here. It looks like we're getting jumped right now. This might be happening. They did try to warn me. This guy's like all iced out. Although not in the typical sense. I need you to stand right here and ensure that nothing gets through this line. If something gets through this line right here, I am going to be very, very upset with you. Upset at you sounds like some kind of like terrible Pokemon that just needs pills or something. Upset at you, not a very friendly Pikachu to be around. We got this on this side. Okay. Let's go ahead and tune that up real fast. We've got... let's continue with it, shall we? I think we should be able to mash our way through here pretty easily. I think we've got this cleared up on this side. These mercenaries don't appear to be very high level, so we should be able to cleave our way through fairly easily. And they're now down. I wonder if he's being possessed by somebody or something. A lot of like fine weapons over here. Fine flails, spears, fine small shields. The fine small shield might be worth investigating. There's also what looks like a key right here, a rusty bronze key. Does it go to anything in particular? I should probably search for traps before I do this. Let's search for traps. We do have like, this is a rogue's paradise right now. Anything? No, nothing going on over there. The jars are chipped and cracked as if knocked to the ground and set back in place. It appears as though somebody rummaged through this uneven row of books in a hurry. What is this? Adirian dialects? I think we already had that one. Alright, so seeing as we killed all of his friends so far, obviously probably going to endear us to the rest of the people in the building. However, let's keep a lookout for anything that might be useful around here. We got another 344 skites or skates over there. What you need 344 skates for? I don't know. I only need 2 of them. It all works out for me as long as I got 1 on each foot. Technically, I could do it with 1. You can skate with 1 skate on 1 foot and then push with the other like a skateboard, but it might not work out so well. Ooh, Pernisk. A man lies bound and bloodied on the floor before you. His face is a tapestry of bruises and blood is spattered across several corners of the room. The man cringes and sobs as you approach. Gods, please. No more. I can't take any more. I'm not here to hurt you. The man pauses, gazing up at you. You're not? Oh, praise Berath. You're not one of his men, are you? He glances nervously behind you. He shakes his head. Please, I don't know who you are, but my name is Pernisk. This is my house, and you have to help me. Then who was that downstairs? An imposter, some wizard named Nerid. He came into my house, tied me up in here, tortured me, and now he and his men are eating my food, breaking my things, selling Svef'n inside my own house. He just turned up all of a sudden? Pernisk looks away, unable to meet your gaze. I may have hung on to a tiny portion of my supplier's share, but I needed the money, so you're a Svef'n dealer. He winces. Look, I know it's not the best line of work, especially with all that's happened, but it pays well. Very, very well. And, well, people want stuff, don't they? What does your supplier do? He sent over a wizard, Nerid, the man downstairs, to make up the lost copper, I guess, and to hurt me while he was at it. Feels like it's been days. All right, hold still. I'll get you free. No, wait. Pernisk says, his eyes wide with panic. I can't go out there. Not while he's downstairs. I've been tied up for God knows how long. Please, you'll have to kill him. Alright, let's go for it. Pernisk lets out a sigh of relief. Oh, thank you. I'd help if I could, but in my state, I'd probably just slow you down. Please, be careful. Alright, well, there's nothing else here. Someone has gathered sheets and towels into a makeshift bed. The rumpled fabric is stiff with blood and unwashed sweat. Apparently it gets hot in that room. Alright, well, down we go to deal with Nerid, I guess. Nerid's lurid gaze. That's the only rhyme that I could come up with right there. I don't know. My mind is searching right now. Ooh, we gotta go back and talk to him. Okay. So why can't I just attack these guys now? Because I feel like I'm putting myself at a major disadvantage going back into this room where he can jump me. Can I just attack somebody? I could just do that. I don't know if it'll count against my alignment or anything, though. That might be one of those things that I need to test out with a save scum. It also depends if he's going to talk to me when I come back in the room. Alright, so let me get people set up really quickly. So you go in that corner. We're going to fight from here. You go right there. I need people with armor in front of that.
Huh? Sure.
And you over there. And then we'll have Adir come over and talk to him. You're back. Anything I could do for you? I found the man tied upstairs, the one claiming to be Pernisk. The toothy smile falters. That's so. Shame you had to go digging around, friend, because now I can't exactly let you leave. Can I? Oh, good. He has poofy magic, just like everybody else in-game. Was getting tired of pretending to be that sad sack anyhow. His mouth curves into a snarl. Guards! Hold on, maybe we can come to an arrangement. What do you propose? So we can get a discount on Svef'n. And let's just wipe this dude out. We got troubles to deal with. We got troubles. Alright, so we got that on that side. Let's go ahead and have her on him. Okay, you stay right there. I would really prefer that the wizard not be open to the enemy ever. Let's start off with some fireball-y goodness, shall we? So we got the fireball-y goodness out and away. I would say just to do another one. I mean, they're pretty clumped up over on this side. So I figure you keep throwing out fireballs, it's probably going to work out pretty well for us. Who is this right here? That's going to be a deer. Okay, raise your defenses for right now. On this side, we've got you, and what I'd like you to do... Let's consider... Well, let's give everybody an accuracy bonus for right now. He's got another fireball going on the next turn. He just needs to get started attacking anybody. On this side, Durance, I would like you to block the hole right there. There we go. You're going to be the preparation H of the group. You're going to be, it's going to feel good on the hole. So the only character right now that's a little bit exposed is our main character, and if we can keep him covered up, we should be alright. Where's my berserker at? She's right there. Okay, go frenzy mode. A little bit more fireball out. That should be nice. The other thing that I'd like to do is now that Durance is chilling right here, I'd like you to put out that AoE heal. There it is, a little bit going. Durance is taking a bit of damage, so let's consider throwing out that. I'm going to have the main character be our Healy bot for right now. It looks like we got poison on everybody, and so I can go prayer against restraint. What do I have right now that can actually fix that, or do I not have cures? I only have wards. I've got against infirmity, we've got repulsing seal, instill doubt, iconic projection, holy power, divine mark. Okay. Kill Nereid with divine mark if you can. I would greatly prefer it, unless you can't get over there. If you can't make it to that side of the field, I guess that's that in it, but...
Yeah?
So it looks like we've cleared out just about everybody on this side. You go get on Nereid real fast. You should be able to sort this out very, very shortly. That fight wasn't as bad as I thought it would be, although it would have been a lot worse if you had started out surrounded. But if you start out holed up in the corner like that, you should be able to fight into one direction. Being surrounded in this game really, sincerely does you a tactical disservice. It hurts like hell. Stop! Nereid staggers back, holding a bloody hand in front of him. I give up. Just leave, and I'll go peacefully, alright? Too late. And so he's dead. We gave you the option. You could have bounced, homie. And instead, you decided to hang out here. That's going to be Nereid's Grimoire. I'll probably throw that on him real fast. I need to go through all these at some point. That's going to be a fine robe. I don't think there's anything else magical here. There may still be a few more foes inside the building, so let's be careful as we extricate ourselves from here. However... Oh, these are Svef'n junkies. Okay, so that works. Oh, there's a guy back here that we failed to loot. Well then, we can't let the loot go bloody and just sort of moldy, can we? We'll take it with us. We gotta treat it like that thing of bread that you bought like 2 weeks ago but haven't gotten around to eating. The story of my life. We've got a fine dagger and a little bit of cash right there. I'm gonna loot the hell out of this place. We've got one more mercenary backup in here who's about to have the worst day ever. If I was him, I'd just lay down the sword and be like, nope, not me. I don't even know that dude. I'm not his friend. I'm not his brother. I'm not his cousin. I'm not his mama. Forget that guy. I'll walk away right now. Later, I got gold pants on. See this? Gold pants. You want some gold pants? You can have my gold pants. I just want to leave. That's all that I care about right now. A little bit of barley or something right there. We've got a little bit more on that side. However, it looks like the looting is done with, so let's go back upstairs. We'll talk to Pernisk and see if we can get that sorted out. And in between here in the next 5 minutes of the episode, what I would prefer to do is to get us out to the sanctuary so that we can start, or the sanitarium, so that we can start working on that quest for Trellig or whatever his name was. Is it done? Is he dead? He's taken care of. Pernisk stares at you. I can't believe the nightmare is finally over. He grins weakly, but then seems to remember something. You have no idea what you've done for me, but... He looks up at you and away again. I need to find my love, Kenra. Only after what Nereid put her through, I'm afraid she won't give me a chance to explain. But she might listen to you, please. She's somewhere in Copper Lane. It's the only home she's known. And please don't tell her about the Svef'n, about what I do. I can make it worth your while. A discount, maybe. Well. Kenra sent me here in the first place. She did? Pernisk smiles brightly. That woman helped save my life without realizing. Please, bring her home and tell her that everything's back to normal. Alright, well, let's go do it. I can't thank you enough, truly, how I've missed my poor Kenra. Hey. Honestly, I don't care how a man makes his living so long as he feeds his family and his children, so you know what? Whatever. Not my place to judge. This dude just got his ass whooped. I'm not going to add insult to injury by sitting here and berating him about his choice of jobs. Maybe it's the only thing there is to do in this neighborhood. Maybe the economic viability and the opportunities placed in front of him in this neighborhood, Svef'n dealing was the only thing he had going for him, and so he made it work. As long as he takes care of his family, I don't care what he does to earn a living. Whatever.
I'll grant you that animancy has had its failures, Balreach among them. But does that warrant attacks on innocent practitioners? Superstitious kith have spilled their share of blood.
That's no comparison. Animancers have the advantage of education, and with that comes authority and responsibility.
I have to say, it's wonderful to have someone to debate with. You'd think they'd be more welcoming of it at the law college.
Or we could enjoy a glass of wine and a comfortable silence.
Hey, look, that was my response to just about everybody in real life. Like, or we could drink our beers, and I could peel the label off the bottle, and we could just sit here and be silent and watch the movie that's on the TV. Everybody loves unannounced guests. If you're a guest that came over to my house and I invited you, then whatever, I'm stoked to have you over. But I hate it when people just show up randomly at your house and it's just awkward. You're just sitting there just like, so I gotta go to the laundromat and I gotta go to the dry cleaners and you're here now. Kenra looks up as you approach. What happened with Pernis? Did you give him the ring? We got a minor positive right there. Pernisk was being impersonated by a powerful wizard. He was imprisoned upstairs and I've released him. He what? She holds his hand to her head, and this whole time I thought, she brings her fist down on the table. Stupid. I should have known that wasn't him. This turned out to be more than you bargained for, but thank you. She bites her lip. I should probably go see him. I imagine we'll have a lot to talk about. Oh, and take this. She unclasped something from her neck. Picked it up from one of the merchants to help me stand firm in my decision. I'll be fine without it now. Hooray! I got treasure. So what does this do for me? What did she give me? Unwavering resolve. It gives 2 intellect, and it gives resolve. Okay, so what did intellect do? I know it increased our AoE or something like that. And so it gives area effect, and it gives you will check, and it gives you duration. Okay, so that seems like the sort of thing that I should probably want to pile on one of our wizards or one of our casters, right? So let's go back over to here. Let's find a caster who doesn't yet have anything around their neck. He's rocking a cape, but we can give him a necklace. That'll help out a little bit. I'm going to miss the cape, obviously, because capes make me happy, but I wish that capes were in style in real life. There used to be a kid at my high school that wore a cape. I don't know. I never asked. It was just one of those things where I was like, let it go. Not going to ask. I don't want to know. The explanation is probably just, I don't know, running around campus like a wizard or something. There's a kid down the street that does that, too. There's this kid that I see when I go for my jog every day. He's kind of like this, he dresses sort of, he's like this nerdy kid who dresses sort of like Indiana Jones, but he wears a cape, too. I'm not even shitting you right now, either. It's just, I don't know. I'm sure that I scared the hell out of him the other day because he was walking the other way away from me and I just jogged by him and he almost shit himself. He was like, oh God! And jumped super hardcore. I don't know. I'm sure the kids at school give it to him enough. So I'm not going to do it here, but somebody's going to talk to that kid and just be like, maybe the cape. The Indiana Jones thing, not a terrible choice. Everybody loves Indy. However, the cape, man, the cape. I'm not going to say you can't wear a cape when you go to school every day, but I'm going to say that it's probably unwise unless you are of a stronger stuff than I. Perhaps you are. You might be. Me, I'm like, I'm going to leave the cape at home real fast. Just me. But, I don't know, maybe you're more unique than I am. Maybe you're untied to your fellow human beings in a way that I, unfortunately, am not. Corin.
Hello.
By Whale's eyeless face, you are one short ogre, but why are you green and how are you getting the ducks to keep flying around you like that? Oh man, what are you talking about? Your ducks, your green skin. Should I speak louder? Slower? Let me know. He beams at you and nods his head. Are you a scrivener? Yes, I am a scrivener. I read books and I write books. I once ate a book, but only because it looked like sweet pie, or perhaps it was sweet pie baked to look like a book. Interesting. Oh, and I'm a collector of herbs, flowers, plants, and I sell them. Mostly I eat them, but you know. Okay, so he's got snowcap, white leaf. This would be a great place to sort of just flesh out your apothecary supplies if you needed to. This is all thievery, I assume, if I go in any of these rooms. Does anybody else here have a name? Because he seems to be out of his mind. Okay, so there's nothing in the back room right there. I figured we'll just extricate ourselves. Invite ourselves to leave, I suppose. Excuse ourselves from the situation, and once we've done that, let's go find this sanitarium that we're supposed to be looking for, shall we? I know that there's probably a lot of side quests and things around here, and I'm trying to go door to door, finding these things, but the maps are so huge, and this was actually what I was slightly worried about in coming to some of the larger city areas that can take a long time for you to pan and scan through all the random quests and things that are around. This big building up here looks kind of promising. Big people live in big buildings with big quests. That's been my experience in video games. Let's go find out. Maybe he'll give us a quest to find the ultimate awesome gilder of magic and also super awesomeness. And when that occurs...
I'd wager there are more than a few banned books in here.
Hello.
The woman barely glances up from tomes on the table as you approach. You're welcome to browse the stacks, but mind that you keep your voice down. This is still a temple after all, and Grimda doesn't tolerate disorder. Okay, is this a temple? It looks like a library. Her eyes grow wide and round. That's because it is. Whale is the god of mysteries and answers, encryption and decryption, concealment and revelation. She raises her hands to the rows of shelves. Its guidance comes from the understanding of the unknown and protection of hidden knowledge. The Hall of Revealed Mysteries was built to celebrate that. To think that such a place is in the Deerwood. Incredible. I love a glimpse of the archives. How many secrets must sit upon these shelves? Fascinating. Isn't it? Temples dedicated to Whale tend to hold vast stores of knowledge. We use that knowledge to unravel and preserve the mysteries of the world. Anything else? Okay, well, I guess we'll be on our way then. Grimda must be the headmistress, is what I'm assuming here. And this all counts as thieving. Let's look for anybody with a name that might be able to help us.
Well met, friend.
An elderly dwarf surveys the racks. Her skin looks as tough and wrinkled as walnut. Despite her stature, she manages to look down her nose at you. You're welcome to look around, but let the priests and scriveners continue their search. She shoots the nearest robed figure, a withering glare. I was going to say shooting the nearest figure would not be a great way to keep yourself unencumbered by the shackles of the law. Wouldn't do to give them any other excuses. What are they looking for? Maybe I could find it. Could you now? She scowls at the robed priests again. You certainly couldn't do worse than this lot anyways. These made up with an ancient scroll of Whale. They intend to blaspheme by selling that which would remain hidden, a secret of 100 visions. Her wiry eyebrows arch over her spectacles. The guards caught one of them, but were overzealous in their investigation. All they could piece together was something about a farmhouse on the road to Deerford. Track the thieves down. I don't care what you do with them, but bring back the scroll. Whale rewards the persistent seeker, as do I. An ancient scroll of Whale? That's a fine prize. I mean, a worthy task. What else do you need? All right, well, we'll go check it out. My name is Splattercat. Thank you for joining me here at the Nerdcastle for the next episode of Pillars of Eternity. I look forward to seeing you all in future episodes. Take care, everybody, and hide.